Yes, guys, so buckle up because today we have a lot of juicy things to talk about. So the first thing that to get the communication going is like you can compliment her, you can compliment him, you can compliment each other. There is a very good way of you to start, getting to a conversation when you're complimenting her and she's loving it. You both are in good moods, yeah? You get yourself in a good mood so that you guys can be able to talk some things here and there. I love, but I'm gonna stop looking at myself right now because I'm just loving what I'm looking.
Hey mom, what's up? How you doing?
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! Nancy Chosen One. Please subscribe. Yes, honeys. Yes, guys. So today, like I was telling you earlier, we are going to talk about topics to talk about when you're in a relationship, and not just any other relationship, but when you are in a good, healthy relationship, guys. So the first things that you guys can talk about is, what do you have in common, the two of you? How else are you going to know each other if you don't know what you like, what the other partner likes, what they don't like, what are their tastes, what are their preferences? These are things to talk about, you guys. Every single day there has to be something you guys talk about, so that you can keep that relationship going and interesting and fun. You have to talk about these things. They need to know you every single day. They need to know something different about you, and that is one way to keep the conversation going and the relationship continuing to be healthy, because you guys are getting to know each other. You need to know, what do you have in common? What are the activities you love, both of you? What do you love doing, when you're at your own, at your own bubble? What do you do? These are the type of things to talk about when you're in a good, healthy relationship, guys. Yay! Another interesting topic to talk about, guys, when you're in a relationship, and this one is very juicy, and this is where women, we come in. We love gossiping, and we love that gossip partner. We love talking about how work was, how a particular person was behaving, the food I like, and all these things. These are the type of things that we love talking about, especially as women. We love a gossip partner, a partner that I will talk about, other people with, and be safe. Know that actually it's not going, to go all the way left by that other person going to tell the person I was talking about. Yes, honey, we love having a gossip partner. I'm sorry, I was just listening outside. Yeah, we love a gossip partner. We love talking about, this guy, maybe at work, or maybe your friends want to talk about your friends to this guy, because you want to vent. We love gossiping, and we love a partner that you can gossip and feel very secure that that whatever you talk about, it's not going to go beyond there, because you feel safe, you feel secure, that he's not going to go and tell, the person I was talking about to that person. You get me? Like, you feel me? So we like to have a gossip partner, and that happens to every type of a relationship. When you're in a good, healthy relationship, you will find that most of the time you are gossiping about other people. I'm being serious, but that is true. You love talking, you love gossiping. You want to talk about your friends, you want to talk about his friends, you want to talk about maybe someone, your colleague at work, or someone you hate in the office. These are the type of things that we like talking about. And this make the relationship, stronger, and keeps the conversation going, and you get to know this person. You get to know your partner even better. So guys, what do you have in common? And gossiping. And then you also need to talk about the interest. Like I was telling you, earlier, we were talking about what do you have in common. You need to know what are her interests, what are his interests, you know. And here is, does she like food? Does she like hiking? You know, you need to know, what does she like? What are the activities that she loves? So that even when you're making dates, you know, you are able to know she likes doing this. So I can be able to actually plan to make, you know, go to hiking or swimming. You guys can be doing these activities and they are fun, especially when you're doing it two of you. She likes dancing, so you guys, you can go for a disco, or maybe you can make even your house a disco place, you know. You can put some loud music and you dance. I mean, how else do you get to know your partner? How else what are these other topics that you guys can talk about, if not the interests, if not what you have in common, if not gossiping, guys? You feel me? So guys, we've talking about that. We not talking, oh my goodness. We have spoken about, you know, a few things. Then you can talk about family. Guys, you should also talk about family. Get to know her. Get to know, you know, how her family is like, how many people are there, you know. And even as a woman, get to know if he's the firstborn, how is his family, how does he interact with the family. These are the topics to talk about every single day. What have they gone through, you know, as a family? These are the things you need to know, guys. You need to know. You need to know. You need to ask questions, yeah? So, yeah, another thing that you guys can do is actually play the asking game questions, you know? You can ask, have you ever done something crazy in the past? You know, these are very nice things to talk about. You get to know your partner, you know. You ask them questions. What is the craziest thing they've ever done, you know, and then you discuss it and don't judge. The reason why, you know, sometimes in a relationship you feel like you can't open up is because you're afraid that, you know, you will be judged. You will be judged. And that is why sometimes you will find that you don't want to talk about much. You don't want to talk much about, you know, your past or something that, you know, that you don't want to be judged. In short, you don't want to be judged. And that is why sometimes you're not open. You're not open. So you need to feel so comfortable and secure when you are with this person or your partner, to an extent that you can be able to be talking about these things. And these are things that you guys should be talking about. These are topics for you guys to be talking about, to get to know each other. Like I told you, even when you're in marriage, you still want to know this partner. You still want to know how, you know, who is this person that I live with every single day, that I sleep next to every single day. You want to know. You want to know. And guys, I feel like I've really spoken a lot. Now, something else that you gotta know, or topics that you can talk about in a good, healthy relationship, is talk about the past. By talking about the past, I don't mean, guys, I don't mean that you talk about all the skeletons that are in the closet. There are some things that you need to put in the closet and close the closet. But yeah, there are things that actually you guys can talk about. You can talk about your childhood, you know. You can talk about the craziest thing you've ever done when you were in high school. You can talk about the things that you regret. You can talk about the things that you have learned along the way. See? You guys have a lot to talk about. So especially when a relationship is new, sometimes you don't feel that security to, you know, be you. You know, but when you get there, there is no way. The only way that you can get there is if you guys trust each other. You know, if you guys love each other, you are going to open up. That is how to make a relationship be interesting, be fun. Talk about the past. Talk about how your childhood was. Talk about the nicknames you used to nickname your teachers. You know, the activities you used to do, you know, talk about this, talk about family, you know, what the worst thing, you know, that your mother has ever done to you. Or the worst thing that you've ever done to one of your family members. Yeah, those are the things to talk about, guys. You see, we have a lot of things to talk about, guys. So, another thing to talk about is your daily activities, you know, because if you can't just stay for a whole month without, you know, talking, because you don't have anything to talk about. Now this one is for people who are dating. You can like stay for a whole month because you don't have anything good to talk about with this person, and maybe the only time that you have a conversation to talk about is when you have stayed for a very long time without, you know, meeting your partner, you know. Yeah. And you have a lot of things to talk about every single day. You can ask about your daily activities, like what were you doing the whole day? You know, how is your day typically? How was your day? How was your day, honey? How was your day? These are things to talk about every single day, because how else are you going to know how your partner is living in or her, you know, him or her every single day? How is she living? How are her activities? What does she do? What does she engage herself in? You know, what does she typically do in a day? These are daily activities to talk about, you know, guys. And I have to check something else. What did you eat for lunch? You know, how was work? How was school? How was training? How was your enemy at work? Or how was your friend at work? Or how is your friend? You know, these are the type of things to talk about. Like, guys, I told you, we have a lot of things to talk about. Another thing that you guys can talk about is spiritual beliefs. Spiritual beliefs. Let me tell you guys, a relationship that is growing, a good healthy relationship, you are going to be able to talk about, you know, spiritual beliefs. What do you believe in God? What are your beliefs, you know? And the other person needs to listen to you and respect what you're saying and understand where you're coming from. You get to know your person better. You get to know what he likes, you know what he believes spiritually. And this one is very important, especially if you're trying to get to know each other, because you may find that you are a Christian and the other person is a Muslim, and maybe you don't want to get yourself involved in that. And I'm not saying it's bad, but that's reality check. That is the truth. I have to keep it 100 with you guys. That is why these are the nice topics that you guys, because let me tell you, you have to know what you have in common, you know. And if their spiritual beliefs are not, you know, rhyming or getting close together, there is a problem there. There is a problem there. So those are things to check, you know. So the similarities, the differences. And then, you know, when you are dating so that maybe you can have a future together. So if you don't know about him spiritually, you don't know what he thinks, you don't know what are his beliefs spiritually, and then when you get into this relationship, you get into this marriage, and you realize it is not something that you believe in, it's gonna be a problem, honey. It's gonna be a problem. So guys, that is another topic that you guys can talk about, spiritual beliefs. And guys, you respect each other's, you know, beliefs spiritually, because that is a very sensitive topic, to be very honest with you guys. But you have to be honest with each other, because this way you're getting to know this significant other. You're getting to know this person. Who is this person? Because let me tell you, it's not just about love. It's also about who is this person you are dating, or you are liking, or you are crushing, or whatever. And I'm loving my eyes, guys. I'm looking so sexy. I love myself. So, guys, then something else that you guys can talk about is money. Money. I know most people don't like talking about money. They don't, because if they have things they're hiding and maybe they don't trust you enough. But if you guys are in a marriage and maybe you guys are dating, you know, or maybe you guys have a common goal, or you have something or a project that you're doing together that has to do with money, you have to discuss about these things. You know, you need to discuss your goals. You need to discuss the strategies, or you know, in regards to the goals with the money that you guys are maybe tracking, you know, sharing. Maybe you two are planning to buy a car. Maybe you two are planning to go for a vacation in London. Yes, guys, these are things to talk about. You need to talk about finances. You know, if you guys are comfortable in a relationship, you're married, or you're dating, or you just have a business together, even if you guys are just dating and you have a business together, you need to talk about these things. You need to talk about what are your goals? What are your goals? Where do you want to achieve? You know, where do you want to see yourself? Where do you want to go? You know? Yeah, these are things to talk about. And I'm really shouting in this house. I'm really shouting, guys. I hope that I'm not disturbing your ears. Another topic that you guys can talk about is places you want to explore. Let me tell you guys, there is nothing as fun as talking about, places that you want to visit, especially when it is you together. Because let me tell you, it is so fun. It is very, very fun when you guys are planning, a vacation, talking about places that you want to go, together. This is very nice because you get to know the other person. What does she like? Where would she want to go? Where would he want to go? And then you will meet in the middle. Yes, guys, remember to meet in the middle. Please don't let just one person to just be the one who is winning. You need to win, both of you. You need to meet at a mutual ground in places that you want to go, and make sure that you start making plans to going there. Because let me tell you, if these are things to talk about in a relationship. Let me tell them, these are things to talk about, because you get to know this person. He or she likes going to, she would want to go to Dubai, and then maybe you decide, I want to propose to this Chile, and so she would want to go to Dubai, and that is why you go and you propose, honeys. That is why you need to talk about these things. That is why you need to talk about these things. So anyway, another thing that you guys can talk about is, individual goals. What do I mean by that? Maybe you have a target. Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to go and work out. Maybe you want, of course, when you want to lose weight, you want to go work out. It's either you want to go to work out. It's either you want to start looking at, you start dieting, Maybe you want to know to cook something new, like Chinese food, or you want to even know how to cook pizza. These are things to discuss with your partner. Yeah, you need to tell him, you know what, I am planning on doing this and that, and then he's going to advise you, and then he'll get to know, oh my goodness, she's trying something new. She is diversifying, she's becoming dynamic. So yeah, those are things to talk about. Your individual goals, where you want to see yourself, maybe the things that you're planning on doing, so that even the other person can be able to advise you. Maybe you're planning to save and you don't know how to save. These are things that you need to be discussing with your partner. These are very nice topics. They are very nice topics because you get to know. Maybe this person, have saved a lot of money, and now that is when you want to start saving. He is going to give you advices. She is going to give you advices. Let me tell you, talking about these things are very good because you get to know your partner. You get to know your significant other. You get to know, this person, who you're dating or who you're married to. You need to be talking about these things, guys. And I love my earrings. I bought them at, Nairobi, CBD. Yeah, and I kind of like, no, actually, let's continue. So, another topic that you guys can be talking about is politics. What do I mean by this? I don't mean, let me tell you, you don't need to agree, you don't need to agree about, anything that you have your own beliefs when it comes to politics, and he has his own beliefs in regards to politics. You don't need to agree. You can debate, and debating is so nice. Let me tell you guys, when you're debating about politics, it's very fun, but you have to keep it fun and respectful. And you also need to respect his beliefs and opinions, and he needs to respect your beliefs and your opinions. What am I talking about? That you can talk about politics. It is very fun, let me tell you. Very fun because, maybe you guys don't have, anything in common. You are not agreeing, when it comes to politics. Let me tell you, like, I've been in a relationship where this person supports this group, and me, I'm supporting this group. So we are there, we are discussing about it, we are arguing about it, we are defending our why we like or why we don't, and it is very fun. These are things to talk about in a relationship. But when you're talking about, politics in a relationship, you need to do it respectfully. You also need to respect the other partner's opinion, and the other partner to also respect your opinion, so that conversation don't go all the way left, because it is very possible for that conversation. Now, what else do you talk about? What else can you talk about in a relationship? I'm thinking. What else can I talk about in a relationship? In this good, healthy relationship? Well, guys, you can talk about what you're watching on TV. Let me tell you something. You can talk about what you like watching. Like, men love watching football, obviously. As women, we love watching, all the soap operas. And these are things to learn, with your partner. Because you will be surprised, sometimes you may be dating a man who actually loves soap operas. How else are you going to know if you guys don't talk about these things? You need to talk about what is on TV. You need to talk about, your celebrities, your fan, who is your idol, who do you love? These are things to talk about, in regards to the shows, to the TVs. And you can also talk about the type of shows that you love. Maybe you love action drama. These are things that you can talk about. These are things that actually you can make dates on watching. Yeah? And this way you still continue to get to know each other. You might think that actually your man loves, football, and actually they love soap opera. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just being real. Let me stop. I think I'm laughing a lot, yeah? So, another thing that you guys can talk about is goals together. Like I was saying before, individual goals. Not actually individual goals, but, money, So now in this case, you're talking about, goals to do together. Maybe you guys are planning to go to working out together. Maybe you guys are planning to save money to buy a car or to buy a house or whatever if you're married. Maybe you guys, and this actually helps you to stay close together. Let me tell you, when you have something that you are doing together, it helps you to get closer together. It helps you to respect each other, You feel me? You feel me? Because let me tell you, like right now I have a friend of mine whom we actually, let me not talk about that. So what else do you guys talk about? You talk about your values. What do I mean by that? You talk about priorities in your life. It is important for the other significant to know how you feel about work, how you feel about marriage, how you feel about education, how you feel about your friends, family, and leisure time, guys. And leisure time. How else would you know the values of the other person if you guys are not communicating? And that is where I am coming back. Communication is key to a very good, healthy relationship. That is why you need to keep, talking. You need to bring any topic. Like I've told you, you can bring a political topic. You can bring an marriage topic. You can bring all these topics. You can talk about your goals. You can talk about your, strategies to achieve a common goal that maybe you two have together. These are the type of things, guys, to talk about. And that is how you need to know if, you need to know her values. You need to understand her. You need to understand him. You need to know his vision, his mission. You get to know each other, guys. How else are you going to do that if you guys are not talking? If you guys are not talking, you have a lot to talk about. You have a lot to talk about. You can talk about activities. Maybe he likes doing, he likes playing football. You would want to know which number does he play? What does it entail? Those type of things. Maybe you love playing basketball, and you guys can even be planning on how, to be going to these activities together, and you get to close together. And these are your values. That you need to understand each other. You need to know each other. How else are you going to know each other if you guys are not talking about these things? It's not always about, lungula. It's not. There are a lot of things that you guys can talk about, especially when you're in a good, healthy relationship. And then another thing that you can talk about is actually your dreams. What are your dreams? What are your past dreams? You know, what are the dreams that you have let go? What are the dreams you're still pursuing? These are the type of, guys, we have a lot of things to talk about. So when you're not comfortable with this person, you know, because you don't know this person, these are the things to talk about, guys. These are the things to talk about when your relationship is new. These are the things to talk about when you're trying to get to know this person. These are the things to talk about, honeys. Yeah. You need to talk about your feelings. You need to tell this person or your significant other how you feel, how you feel about him, how you feel about life, how you feel about work, how you feel about these things. They need to know, because how else is this person going to know who you are if you guys are not communicating? If the communication is all the way stale. Yeah. You need to think about these things. You know, your disappointments, your joys, your sorrows. These are the feelings to talk about when you're angry. These are the things to talk about, you know. So that you can be able to know, the boundary I cannot cross. You need to know the boundaries. You need to know where you cannot cross, you know. These are the things to talk about, guys. Your relationship, your aspect of your relationship. If it is working well, and if it is not working well, you have to table it. You have to table it. These are things to talk about. You see the way we have so many things to talk about, guys. We have a lot of things to talk about. Values, dreams, feelings, and we need to get comfortable to talk about these things, you know. Like spiritual beliefs. Spiritual beliefs is very, very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. This can actually it can cost a relationship to fail because of spiritual beliefs. These are very interesting topics, you guys. Politics, very fun. Do it very fun and respectful, guys. Don't just, don't be disrespectful when you're actually airing your own opinion. Alright, guys? Because don't say that I did not tell you. I told you to be respectful when talking about politics. Let me tell you. You talk about culture. Your culture. Maybe you're from different cultures. You need to let this other partner know these are the things we do, these are the things I believe in and all that, and then this other partner will tell you these are the things that I love and all that. You get to know each other. We have a lot of things to talk about, guys. We have a lot of things to talk about. And we also can discuss about movies and TV shows, which I had already told you guys. Talk about vacations or ideas of where you can go, date ideas, which I was talking to you guys about. Like, getting to know her interests, what she likes, the activities that she loves doing, what she would want to go, where she would want to go. Like I was telling you guys, you can learn where this person, if she want to go to Dubai, that is the place you can go and propose to her. That would be so fun. Let me tell you, it will be very romantic. And then when you are in a good, healthy relationship, you have to be romantic, guys. You have to be romantic, You have to be romantic. What do I mean by that? I'm pretty sure you guys know how to be romantic. You can ask her whether she likes it when you're holding her hand, when you're walking or opening the door, or, surprising her with some flowers in the office or some chocolates. All these ideas, bros, please get them. And what else are we going to talk about? I talked about, stories to share what she used to do when she was in college, in high school, in primary, and the craziest thing they've ever done. I think I have spoken about all of these things, the things she has ever spoken. Has she ever spoken weed? Has she ever, drank alcohol? Has she ever done something crazy? What is the craziest thing this person have ever done? What are the things she has ever tried? This is you getting to know each other. This is not you guys judging each other. This is you guys getting to know each other, and making that relationship to continue, to be in a comunicado, guys, to be in a comunicado. How else are you going to know each other if you guys are not talking, And a relationship, maybe you've spoken about all of these things. It doesn't matter. You can repeat them a day. You can talk about, these things. And let me tell you, every single day, let me tell you, your daily activities, when you're in this good, healthy relationship, you have to talk about politics. You have to talk about politics at work. You have to talk about politics, in general. And you have to talk about, maybe someone at work, or maybe what you went through during work or during your daily activities, or maybe your plans. All these are things to talk about. All your fears, what do you fear, these things, guys. These are so many things, guys, that I've told you that we can talk about when you are in that relationship, you know? And guys, to be very honest with you, I love the way I'm looking right now, and I love my eyes. You know, right now they're looking so sexy. Very sexy, guys. And do not forget, guys, to actually go and check my makeup tutorial videos, because you learn a lot. This is for the ladies. And as for men, get to know, you know, if that girl likes you, you know, if that girl does not like you, if she's into you, if she's not into you. I have all these videos, guys. You have to check them out. You have to check them out. So yeah, those are the things that I wanted to talk about today, guys. I know that I've spoken a lot, but I know that we have learned a lot. And as I am coming to an end of this video, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that have watched, that have subscribed, that have liked, and not just them, but also those who are going to join us and continue like and comment and all that. And I just want to say thank you for you guys supporting me every single day, guys. You have really been supporting me, and I love this. I love this a lot, because there was a time I was having 2 subs, 10 subs, you know, 200 subs. Now we have hit 900 subs. We are almost hitting at 1K sub. Guys, thank you so much. Even for everyone else that is going to come, because I know this is not the end. Other people are going to join us. They are most welcome. Yay! Thank you so much, guys. And I hope that today we have discussed a lot of good things, especially if you're in a good, healthy relationship. If your relationship is just beginning and you don't know how to, you know, to go about it, because maybe you had stayed for a long time without, you know, being in a relationship. Well, guys, I've had you back today, yeah? And then you are in a relationship, you've spoken about all of the things, and then now the relationship is almost going to a stale because the communication is going all the way down. You have topics to talk about, you know? You need to ask your, you know, where are you going, you know? What are the things you love and don't love, and all those things. We cannot continue repeating these things, because you are going to make yet another 30-minute video. So guys, let me just read about the summary of the things that we've spoken about. Like, ask about their day, you know, make plans for the future. Remember to make plans for the future. You know, like, where are they seeing themselves in the future? Talk about the past. Play the question game. Like, have you ever done this? You know, have you ever smoked weed? What is the craziest thing that you've ever done? You can even be playing games like Dare, you know? Truth or Dare. I mean, we have so many things we can get to know each other, guys, without judging each other. Remember, no judging here, not judging. You can talk about physical intimacy, you can share random thoughts, you know, you can tell each other exactly how you feel about each other, you know. Yeah, so ciao.